Today I'm gonna record my fire ceremony. It's pretty windy out here, so we'll see what it turns out to be like. And let's see, give you a view of what I have set up so far. It's just like that. So that is what I'm going to burn, and I have two other things right there. We'll see if it will catch. Then I have all my elements set up from the east. So we have something representing air, earth, water, and the fire, which is right there. So it's pretty windy. So I'm going to see if I can light this here. I have the candle. See if the candle can burn this one. This one doesn't really burn that well. Doesn't really catch that well either. This is a sage that I bought. I want to see how much of it will actually catch. There's a little bit that's coming out. I mean, this is literally on top of it, but fortunately it's not such a good one. Let's go for this guy. This is much better. Burns much easier. Really not helping with all the wind. I don't think it's really a good afternoon for a fire ceremony, actually. But we'll still get it done. All right, this one is going. We still get a little bit of smoke from that one. And see if I can light this individually right here. All right, I am. So the fire ceremony that we're doing. Let me start by saying this is my sharing a ceremony, and I generally don't do this. I've gone through quite a few different ones. I generally don't share the ceremony, but decided I'm gonna give it a try and let you guys actually see some of the things that I've done. And so this here I'm lighting this is Palo Santo, and that's white sage that I'm lighting. And generally we have smudging with that. And so we're going through to get that done. And so with both of these, it's very windy, as I said, out here. So we're not getting it on us as much as possible. But we're inviting the ancestral spirits to come by, be with us. The wind has shifted and it's now coming in my direction. So that's great. And to help us walk this path that we need to, help us listen to the things that we need to listen to, speak what we are supposed to speak properly, and give us courage and wisdom to do what it is that we're supposed to do. So for right now, I am asking the ancestral spirits to join me in Discord, and I would like for all the spirits of the four corners to join me, the archangels to join me as well in this ceremony of release. And my ceremony of release is written here, and it's going to be burnt. And what this is certain things that I know I need to release from myself in order for myself to get better. And so I wrote it out on here and put my essence into it to say, this is what I'm looking help with, or this is what I'm looking for help with. So as I go through, please assist and guide me in getting this done, because this is really very important in order for me to continue with my spiritual journey. And everything comes up as a test, and even the things that you're trying to release is a test for us having it. And so it's at the same time that you are asking for help in having it released, you're still recognizing that it's a test that you're going through anyway, and why it's actually there. We have a lot of different things that we go through in life, and as we go through them, we are tested in different ways. And so in this one, I have something on here about my circumstances and how it is that I tend to perform with certain things where I need to be pressured first before doing it, or there needs to be like a deadline or stuff like that. And I would say that I operate better under pressure, but it's not healthy. It's not healthy for anyone to do that. So that's one of those things that I would like help in releasing. So as I said, this is essential. It is essential for me to overcome the need for an external challenge in order for me to maintain consistent achievement. So I'd like to release that limiting belief that I think it's actually essential before that happens. Another one is where I'm caught between the comfort and success. And so should I relax, take it easy, and allow the universe to provide? Or should I go back into my natural state and work as much as possible? Because I do believe that that's what I need to do in order to provide for myself. So I call that I have a dilemma between those two things. And I have a dilemma between the part that says, okay, it's time for you to get up and work and do the things that you need to do, versus the one that says, hey, just chill out and relax. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been actually about 2 weeks or so, I've been really tired, and I think I've slept more in those 2 weeks than I have for a while now. And I'm like, all right, at what point do I then say, okay, you know what, it's time for me to start working again as much as possible. Okay. All right, there we go. And so as much as I want to say that it's easy, I tend to get into my own way and say it's not. So I need some help in that discernment. So that's one of those things that's on here. And another thing that's on here is about my being confident in the things that I do. Just to be confident about, like, even this, to say, okay, you know what, I'm actually going to come out here. This may not work. These things may not like how I want it to. It's pretty windy, and so it's not going to come out properly. And to just still have the confidence to come out and do it anyway. It's not for whatever it's for. I don't know. Just come out and do it. Right? And just give me that confidence to keep going with it. I would really appreciate that. And just recognize my inherent self-worth with it at the same time. Now, one of the other thing is, I've basically just started this, I would say, because for most people, they've been doing this for a while. And what I have is a sense, an intuition that this is the right thing. I don't really hear, or I think I don't hear the spirit guides, and I don't think I see them like other people do. And so feel pretty inadequate with about that. And so I'd like some help in not letting me feel as inadequate. Sorry, inadequate about it, and to take the journey as I go through, little by little. Another one on here is just about the assistance that either I give or I get and stuff like that, where I tend to devote a lot of time with certain things, and maybe I don't know when to stop or give in or something like that. And sort of need a little bit of help with that. I don't want to go too much into that because I sort of also believe that it's like some self praise, to say, hey, I do so well. I'm always doing well for people, and I want to, stop doing that. I'm like, no, that's not really what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to not get burnt out, right? Not get burnt out by it, or to do it and then feel like this is more becoming a burden than something that I'm happy to do. I don't think I have enough wick here, and I'm gonna need to light my fire or light my paper. So I have read this before, and I'm gonna read this part aloud because this to me is the release that I would really love to do, and this summarizes everything for me. It says, again, I grapple with the notion that my path should be more spectacular or unique, when in reality, it is the simplicity and the authenticity of my actions that hold the true power. The pursuit of external validation, the fear of failing to impress, and the constant need to measure up to an idealized version of success often clouds my vision and robs me of my happiness. To move forward with peace and clarity, I must embrace my journey with all its imperfections, trust in the worth of my contributions, release the burden of comparing myself to others, and resist the need to become a hero or in finding one. Only then will I truly be able to connect with my purpose and find contentment in the present moment. So I might have done the let me get that correctly. I may have done this already. And so this is another thing that says, again, and it's related to where it's like being a sense of frustration of having to repeat the same process. Or is it again where I'm being demanded to repeat it, where it's like, again, you need to do it again, or where I'm encouraged, where, okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again. One more time. Third time's a charm, or something like that. And so I don't know what part it falls in, but it looks like there is something about this with an again that I need to look into. So whichever it is, I'm asking for, I don't even know what I'm asking for, to tell the truth. I'm not very good at asking for help. I think that's one of my flaws. Well, I know that's one of my flaws. It's not something that I do very well. Generally, when I ask for help, sometimes, either don't get it in a certain way or whatever. So Here we go. To all my ancestors, please help me with this process. I call on you. My fire is gone. So hopefully that will be enough. Woo! To really finish that. There we go. Very good. Yes. And we'll burn this in all its realm and seal this release in the depths of the underground, here on Middle Earth, and in the skies. I, your humble servant, asks for your help, your guidance, your blessings from all the ancestors. And here's a puff of wind that's coming through to say, yes, we are here. Hopefully, it was able to give someone some encouragement to be able to do something like this. All right. So until next time, join the journey, enjoy the journey, be a part of the journey. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.